ameona mambo imekuwa magumu. William Ruto amekaa chini, akaangalia, akapima, akaona hapa mambo inaenda mrama. And why am I saying this? Because William Ruto tumemuona and we have seen him reach out to Gideon Moi. We want to understand, and I want to explain to you and what I feel and my opinion as to why William Ruto imebidi aende atafute Gideon Moi. Remember, Gideon Moi was to run for the Senate seat of Baringo County, and this was after the death of the former senator for Baringo County. But we have seen something big that is happening. We have seen William Ruto now go directly to meet Gideon Moi, and he has even agreed to give William Ruto part of the government. And one of the person who has made this possible is none other than Raila Odinga himself. Raila Odinga has been part of this agreement. And this is what we want to look at. Why did William Ruto and Raila Odinga decide to go and look for Gideon Moi? These are the things we are going to look at. But most of you, I know you are watching me for the first time, and I would like you to take a second to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so that anytime I post a video, you will always be the first to watch. So kindly do so, na kama kawaida, I will be back. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed. I'm sorry, return subscribers. I really appreciate you guys. I know I've been away for a while, for about a week or so, have not done any content or any analysis, and this was because of other commitments. But now I'm back, and I'm back with a bang. So I'm sorry for those people who are waiting to hear from me in last week, but now I'm back. So as I'm saying, that William Ruto has gone to look for Gideon Moi, and they have sat down and they have come out with an agreement that is going to see Gideon Moi have some of his men get into the government of William Ruto. Why is William Ruto obsessed with bringing everybody inside his government? Is it because William Ruto has sensed danger? Is it because William Ruto has smelled something that many have not yet seen? I just want you to watch this video because, as I say, in this platform, we talk and we back it up with some sort of evidence. So I want you to watch this video and then I will come back.
Mtazamaji, NTV imebaini majina ya viongozi wa chama cha KANU wanaotarajiwa kupewa nafasi za waziri, makatibu, ubalozi na makatibu wa wizara kufuatia mkutano wa wiki iliyopita kati ya mwenyekiti wa chama hicho ambaye ni Gideon Moi na Rais William Ruto. Orodha hiyo inajumuisha aliyekuwa seneta, aliyekuwa mwakilishi wa kike na maafisa kadhaa wa juu chamani KANU wanaotarajiwa kujiunga na serikali jumuishi, huko Gideon Moi akihusishwa na nafasi mpya naibu wa mkuu wa mawaziri katika mabadiliko yanayotarajiwa serikalini hivi karibuni. David Mudhoka anatufungulia taarifa zetu jioni hii.
Kileleni mwa orodha hiyo ni Gideon Moi anayehusishwa na nafasi ya naibu wa mkuu wa mawaziri. Aidha, Gideon anahusishwa na Wizara ya Habari, Mawasiliano na Teknolojia ambayo kwa sasa inaongozwa na William Kabogo, ambaye kwa mujibu wa taarifa za ndani huenda akahamishiwa wizara nyingine wala sio kuondolewa serikalini. Aliyekuwa kiongozi wa wengi katika seneti na seneta wa West Pokot Samuel Losuron Pogisio pia anatarajiwa kuteuliwa waziri kama sehemu ya makubaliano kati ya Rais William Ruto na Moi. Iwapo atateuliwa, Pogisio aliyewahi kuhudumu kama waziri wa ICT kati ya mwaka 2008 na 2013 atarejea serikalini, pengine katika wizara ya masuala ya kigeni inayoshikiliwa kwa sasa na mkuu wa mawaziri Musalia Mudavadi, ambaye naye anahusishwa na uhamisho kwenda wizara yenye ushawishi zaidi. Wakati huo, miongoni mwa wanaohusishwa na nafasi za makatibu wa wizarani Gladwell Tungo, ambaye alikuwa mwakilishi wa kike wa kaunti ya Baringo, Ibrahim Sheikh ambaye ndiye naibu mwenyekiti wa kwanza wa KANU na anayesemekana kuandamana na Moi katika mazungumzo ya Abu Dhabi na Rais William Ruto yaliyopangwa na Raila Odinga, Abdi Rahman Bafadhil anayetajwa kwa watatu kwa ushawishi ndani ya KANU na miongoni mwa waanzilishi wa vuguvugu la YK92, mweka hazina wa KANU Edi Kivuvani, pamoja na mkurugenzi wa uchaguzi chamani KANU Ali Khan ambaye pia ni msaidizi binafsi wa Gideon Moi. Jina lingine linaloibuka ni la John Burugu Njuguna ambaye ni kamishna katika kamati ya kiufundi ya mahusiano kati ya serikali kuu na kaunti. Ila kadri KANU inavyojiandaa kurejea serikalini,
you have seen the video and you have heard, na wewe mwenyewe umejisikizia na masikio yako na umeona. So let us go straight to the point. Why is William Ruto so obsessed with working with Gideon Moi? This is what we want to look at. Remember, William Ruto has always had that frosty relationship with Gideon Moi. They have never been together. They have never, wajai kuwa na hiyo uelewano. Ever since kitambo. I can't remember any time I've ever seen William Ruto and Gideon Moi have that close relationship. But why is William Ruto now so much obsessed with making sure that he builds that bond with Gideon Moi? This is what we need to look at. Has William Ruto sensed danger? Has William Ruto sensed division in the Rift Valley? Has it sensed that the Kalenjin people are dividing, are now becoming like separate, and now he wants to make sure that they stick together? That is what we need to read into. Has this narrative by Gachagua of cousins gaining momentum, and William Ruto feels that now they need to unite the Nilotes? If Gachagua will be uniting the Bantu, then William Ruto and Raila Odinga, they need to unite the Nilotes. That is what we need to look into. Why is William Ruto so much obsessed with this? And these are what I think about this whole thing. William Ruto, number one, has sensed danger. William Ruto has sensed that if he doesn't bring the Kalenjin people together, and the Nilotes people and the Nilotes, because remember Kalenjins and the Luos and all these other people are Nilotes. If he doesn't bring these people together, then the cousin wave by Gachagua might just deprive him of presidency come 2027. So he is trying to make sure that first he consolidates his backyard. He's trying to make sure that all the Kalenjins are behind him, and anyone who is outside he's brought inside. And don't be surprised if you see someone like the former member of parliament for Nandi, I've forgotten his name, if he's also brought into the government, because that is what is happening. William Ruto feels threatened. He feels like, if I don't unite my people, then I might just end up kuonea presidency 2027 kwa view sasa. You see? So that is number one. Number two, William Ruto is trying to make sure that he gets into the dynasty's circle. William Ruto is trying to make sure, because remember, for the longest time, the dynasties has always been, and this is what William Ruto himself preached. He preached that the dynasties were Raila Odinga's, the Odinga's family, the Uhuru's family, and the Moi's family. These were the political dynasties. Now William Ruto feels, and now he feels like he has reached that level that he needs to be part of these great families that controls the political narrative of this country. Remember, he started with Raila Odinga, then he went to Uhuru Kenyatta, and now he's going to Gideon Moi. So William Ruto is someone who is very strategic. He knows that these dynasties have the power to dethrone him of the presidency. He understands that very well, that these families have influence that can make sure that they dethrone him the presidency. And since he knows that if he has these dynasties outside his power and outside his control, and they combine forces with the likes of people like Gachagua, it will be very difficult for him to be president come 2027 again. That is why he's doing everything within his means to make sure that he brings these families together, and they all backing him up in 2027, because he understands that these families have the financial muscle to campaign for anybody and make him the president. He understands these families have the financial muscle. They have the financial capability to make anybody the president in this country. So William Ruto doesn't want to gamble. William Ruto doesn't want to risk with that. So he's trying to make sure that anyone who will oppose him, anyone who looks like a threat to him, is either on his side or he finds a way of controlling him. I told you, and I'm telling you again, William Ruto is not threatened by Gachagua. He's not threatened by Gachagua at all. But he's threatened with the people like Uhuru's family, Kenyatta's family, Odinga's family, Gideon Moi's family, and all these other things. Those are the things that threaten him. Gachagua is not a threat to William Ruto. He doesn't care about Gachagua, because he knows Gachagua is someone who just speaks. He knows when the time is right, he will contain him. When the time is right, because he's just waiting for his energy to run out. You know, Gachagua has started way too early, and he has started na ile speed ya juu. By the time we get to 2027, Gachagua speed yake itakuwa imepungua, energy itakuwa imepungua, he will be telling people nothing new, people will just have had all the same narrative again. Because even right now, if you listen to Gachagua, what is that is different that you have never heard Gachagua say before? He keeps on repeating the same thing, and repetition sometimes makes things so boring. So William Ruto is not even threatened by Gachagua. William Ruto is threatened by these three families. If they combine forces against him, then it's going to be very difficult for him to break. Because these people have the financial capacity, have the influence that they need. Kenyatta's family, despite the fact that you see them, they are silent, they still have that influence. Odinga's families have that influence. Gideon Moi's family still has that influence. Though it might not be as big as it is, but they have that influence in the Rift Valley, in the Kalenjin people. So there's this thing that William Ruto doesn't want these people to think or to move outside of his influence. And that is very important to William Ruto. That is very important to William Ruto and his plan of being the president past 2027. So you are reading too much into it. You are saying all these manner of things, but I want you to understand one thing, that this all these things that William Ruto is doing all this because of his fear for 2027 election. That is where the fear is. He's so scared of that because he has seen how the country is charged. He has seen how the country has been against him. He has seen how these people, the country is so much charged, is so much against him, that he's trying to find anything and within his means to make sure that he's able to contain this influence and put it under control. That is what he needs to. That is what he's doing. And because of that, I'm telling you that William Ruto is not going to stop. He's going to make sure that he brings everybody on board. Anyone that he feels like is a threat to him, he's going to make sure that he brings him on board. Whether he succeeds in 2027 or not, that is a wait and see. But as I speak, and I'm telling you right now, that is what William Ruto is doing. William Ruto is just bringing Gideon Moi on board for his own personal interest, his own political survival. That is what he's doing. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think about that in the comment section. But above it all, remain respectful. This channel, as I always say, I advocate for clean politics. Let us discuss issues, but remain objective. Let us not insult anyone. Let us not demean anyone because of our various opinions. Let us stick to the issues. So anyway, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section. But above it all, remain respectful. See you until next time. Bye-bye.
Africa.